Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you saw my previous video, you'll see that I announced a bunch of upcoming changes that Disney just released last weekend at the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. Now, like I mentioned, there are tons of updates and changes, new things coming to all of the Disney parks and resorts, but I'm just focusing on Walt Disney World. And the cruise line, there's changes coming there as well. So in the last video, I talked about changes coming to Hollywood Studios, the Magic Kingdom, and Epcot. Now on this video, I thought I would focus on the updates coming to the resorts and transportation options. So first things first, transportation. Now I don't think I've ever actually talked about this on this channel, but Disney has something called the Express Transportation option. And what this is direct transportation from park to park where you don't make any other stops. And this is an additional fee. Now, the current fees are $19 for a single day ticket, so it's valid just the date of purchase only, and $29 for a multi-day ticket, which is valid for up to 7 consecutive days beginning on the date of purchase. So this is for all 4 Disney World theme parks, and you have certain areas where you check in and it says it departs approximately every 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. The idea is that it saves time. That is not anything new that was announced at D23. But that brings me to what was announced at D23, which was, I just cannot get over how clever this is, and I really don't think it's even that clever, but it's fantastic to me. Minnie Vans. M-I-N-N-I-E, like Minnie Mouse, Vans, and they're red and have white polka dots. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but I think this is the most clever thing ever. It's just fantastic. Another new transportation service featuring vehicles themed to the one and only Minnie Mouse was also announced during the D23 Expo in 2017. Since we're all about exceeding guest expectations and making every aspect of your vacation uniquely Disney, we're creating a new point-to-point transportation service in a way that only Disney can do. The Minnie vehicles will take you everywhere you want to go at the Walt Disney World Resort, and you'll ride in Minnie's classic style. The Minnie Vans are currently in the testing phase, and for the testing phase, there is no cost. But they're only testing at the Boardwalk and Yacht Club resorts. So the Boardwalk and the Yacht Club. I'm not sure if they're testing at the Beach Club. It is planned to begin in late July of 2017, so now, anytime now, I guess. That's what it sounds like to me. And the plan is that it is going to be $20 per trip per vehicle. The vehicles are currently a 2017 Chevy Traverse Premier mid-sized SUV with 3 rows of seating. The maximum guest capacity is 6 guests. And it says the fleet is equipped with 2 Graco car seats. So I'm not sure if you have to request that in advance or if they will have one. I'm not sure on those details. But it does say that the service will later be expanded to other resorts. So it's not going to just be around the boardwalk, obviously. So those are the additional details I have. Oh, and one more thing is that they're supposed to have an app similar to Uber so that you can actually request a van rather than going to guest services or something to that effect to go and request a trip. So those are the details that I have on the Minnie Vans, which I just cannot get over the name. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, very exciting news there. I'm wondering if they're going to use this in replacement of the express transportation. I've never used the express transportation. I really don't have a lot of knowledge on it. I read, I think, like 1 or 2 articles. What I read said that there were the bus was completely empty except for the one, the one family that wrote the article. They were the only ones on the bus. But to me, that doesn't seem like it's very cost effective. So I'm wondering if this might be replacing it. But that has not been announced. That's just something that I was kind of thinking about. The Minnie Vans, I can't even. It's so funny to me. I'm easily amused. So the second transportation option, which is a much bigger deal than the Minnie Vans, but far less clever, I think, is the Disney Skyliner. So if you remember from back in the day, the Walt Disney World Skyway that was in the Magic Kingdom, it's kind of the same thing, except this is going to be a transportation option for certain resorts linking to Hollywood Studios and the International Gateway in Epcot. So it says the transportation system will connect Disney's Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Caribbean Beach resorts and other locations. I'm not sure if those other locations are still being determined, I'm guessing, with Disney's Hollywood Studios and the International Gateway at Epcot. It's a gondola style ride in case you couldn't get that from my description. Many of the gondolas with Disney Skyliner will feature favorite Disney characters. So there's not a lot of information like the Minnie Vans. It hasn't been announced as far as when it's going to be in place, but they have started construction already. And I know I've heard rumors of this one, and I know people are very, very excited about it. So it'll be cool to see what becomes of it. So those are the two transportation changes that are coming to Disney World. In terms of resorts, the big announcement here is that Disney is getting a new hotel. Now, this one is a Star Wars inspired themed resort.
It combines a luxury resort with an immersion in an authentic Star Wars environment. It is 100% immersive, and the story will touch every single minute of your stay with us and will make an incredible addition to Walt Disney World.
So there's not a lot of information, but here's what it says. This revolutionary new vacation experience will be a living adventure that allows guests to immerse themselves in an entirely new form of Disney storytelling. It's unlike anything that exists today. From the second you arrive, you'll become a part of a Star Wars story. You'll immediately become a citizen of the galaxy and experience all that entails, including dressing up in the proper attire. Once you leave Earth, you'll discover a starship alive with characters, stories, and adventures that unfold all around you. It is 100% immersive, and the story will touch every single minute of your day, and it will culminate in a unique journey for every person who visits. Now, that is all Disney has announced. There's not a name for it, and there is not an opening date, no prices, nothing. However, based on some rumors that I had heard prior to this announcement, was that people are thinking that there's going to be a price per person and that you kind of are assigned roles in keeping with the whole Star Wars theme and you being on a ship and so on and so forth. So I don't know where it's going to be, don't know the name, don't know any of that. But I know a lot of Star Wars fans are very, very excited about this. In other resort hotel news, Disney is opening another hotel. They're opening another DVC. If you don't know what this stands for, it stands for Disney Vacation Club. So they're opening another DVC property, and it is going to be called the Riviera Resort. And this is going to be near Caribbean Beach. It is scheduled to open in fall of 2019. And it actually looks really cool. It says it will feature 300 accommodation units, and this will also be on the Disney Skyliner gondola transportation system. Okay, so there's not a ton of information about this hotel, but what they do say, what they have planned is a rooftop restaurant that will offer unbelievable views of nighttime spectaculars at both Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool, and actually that is gonna be one of the first things to open in all of the announcements that I've had here, so that's kind of surprising that the hotel will be open before some of the rides. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of this fun information coming from the D23 Expo. Like I said, they tend to announce things way in advance, which is very frustrating to those of us that are impatient, but we don't have a choice. We just have to be patient and continue to enjoy the things that are there. So I hope you found this helpful and enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.